Today we will start with one of our another chapter from class 6 in geography, that is the Earth in the solar system. Students, as you all know that we have total 8 planets in our solar system and Earth is one of them. So we are going to study about the planet Earth in this topic or in this chapter. We also know this thing that Earth is the only planet among all the planets where life exists. So let's begin, students. First of all, students, let's just start. One particular word you can see here that is written regarding full moon. Student, you have seen at night in the sky that after every 15 days, one full moon will be there in the sky, then after next 15 days, moon completely vanish away from the sky. So what is that? So after 15 days when this night is coming a full moon, we used to call it as fortnight. So when the size of the moon is full, that is complete round and it is clearly visible to us, that is full moon. On the other hand, as I already told you, that after 15 days, when we are unable to see any moon in the sky, no moon is there in the sky, only stars are visible, then that particular night is called as Amavasya. You have seen your grandmother talking in this regard that today Amavasya is there because very darkness is there and we are unable to see any, you can say, moon in the sky. So that is Amavasya. Hope students you got the concept of full moon and Amavasya. Thereafter students we will talk about stars. These are the only things that we used to observe in the sky during night. Stars and your moon. Regarding moon we discussed, when complete moon is there, that is full moon night. When no moon is there, that is Amavasya. Now we will discuss about stars. Now what are stars? Stars are celestial bodies which are very big and hot. If we are seeing stars from the earth, we are seeing that the size of the star is small. The size of the star is not small, they are not tiny, they are very large and they are very new. The thing is, stars are very much far away from the earth and that is why their size is appearing very small or very tiny to us. So what are stars? Stars are those celestial bodies which are very big and hot and they are huge bundle of gases or they are made up of gases. Stars have their own heat and their own light and they emit a large amount of heat and light. On Amavasya, now just see this thing, students. I told you that on Amavasya we are unable to see moon in the sky. Darkness is there, but still we are able to see not. Why? That is because of the light of the stars. Moving ahead, students, and you will know this thing that stars are twinkling in nature. They used to twinkle at night, and that's enable us to see things at night. Moving ahead, students, and I told this thing to you why they appear very small in size though they are very large, because stars are very much far away from our reach or far away from our. Now, students, you can see one girl here, and from this girl's eyes angle point of view, she is just looking straight in the sky at the top. This star which she is looking at is called as the pole star. Now we will discuss here that what is pole star? The star which is located in the north direction is called as the pole star. Now one more thing, students. At night, when sometimes you used to see the sky, what you will observe, you observe that the stars used to form particular pattern. They take particular shape. Sometimes they form the shape of bear, sometimes they take the form of spoon. So what are these forms? What are these shapes that are formed by stars? These various patterns or these various shapes that are taken or that are, you can say, shown by the stars in the night or in the sky are called as constellation. Now what is constellation? We can say that various patterns formed by different groups of stars. When different groups of stars formed various patterns in the sky, then that is called as constellations. Example is given here, like Ursa Major, like Saptarshi. From Saptarshi, you can extract the word Sapt, which is in Sanskrit word which means seven. So basically, when seven stars together frame particular pattern, that is called as Saptarshi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. These 7 stars are together framing a particular pattern, which is an example of constellation, that is Saptarshi. Big Bear is there, Ursa Major is there. What are all these? All these are the patterns formed by various stars in the sky. Moving ahead, student, stars are clear to us, constellation is clear to us, pole star is clear to us, that the star which indicates towards the north direction is called as pole star. Moving ahead, students, now till now we have discussed that there are, now what are celestial bodies? I told you that stars are celestial bodies. Basically, celestial bodies means tiny bodies or small bodies. What we discussed, that stars have their own heat, own light, and they are celestial bodies. On the other hand, some celestial bodies or some tiny bodies are also there which do not have their own heat and light. So, what we can say, those celestial bodies, those small bodies which do not have their own heat and light, like stars, and they do not have their own light like stars, those celestial bodies are called as planets. So if someone is asking you what are planets, what you are going to say? All those celestial bodies which do not have their own heat and light are called as planets. Moving ahead, students, I already told you that we have total 8 planets and Earth is one of them. Now we will discuss about satellite. You have seen this thing. Now what is satellite? Satellite is basically a body that is moving around the earth, that used to provide various information to the earth, to the people living on the earth regarding the weather forecasting, you can say, your channel broadcasting. All that is also done with the help of satellite. And satellite moves around the sun. And there are 2 types of satellites that we will discuss in this chapter later on. Now coming towards solar system. I already told this thing to you students that we have total 8 planets in our solar system, along with satellites and various celestial bodies like stars. So let's see. Various celestial bodies involve stars, they involve asteroids, they involve meteoroids, etc. Now what are these? We are going to discuss about them in detail. Now moving ahead, students. You can clearly see here, students, asteroid belts. What is asteroid belts? What are asteroids? We will study in the chapter. And these are celestial bodies only. Meteoroids are there, and you can see this system. This is Sun, and all the planets are moving in their particular path here. All the 8 planets. Thereafter, students, moving ahead. What are these 8 planets? I already told you. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Neptune, and we are going to study about them in detail in this chapter. So now if in this diagram you will see from where I start depicting you. I start from the sun. So first of all, we will, before coming to the planets, we will study about the sun only. Now what is the sun? The sun is the center of the solar system. In that diagram you saw that the sun is in center. The sun is the center of the solar system. It is a very huge ball of gas, very large in size and made up of huge gases, and it is a pulling force as it binds the solar system. Complete solar system is binded by the sun only. And you know this thing, during daytime we have used to see a large amount of light. Now, why that is there? That is because of sun. That light belongs to sun only. So what we can say, that the sun is the ultimate source of heat and light for the solar system. And sun is also very far away from the earth. Thereafter we will come to planets. We have total 8 planets with us, students. I already told you. Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Now how you are going to learn the name of these planets? There is one very short way to learn the name of these planets, and that is, my very efficient mother just served us nuts. You have to learn this one. My very efficient mother just served us nuts. My, M stands for Mercury, V stands for Venus, E stands for Earth, M stands for Mars, J stands for Jupiter, S stands for Saturn, U stands for Uranus, and N stands for Neptune. So these are the total 8 planets that are present in our solar system. And all these planets move around the sun in a fixed path, which are called as orbits. I already told you this thing. What are orbits? The fixed path in which the planet used to move around the sun is called as orbit. Which is the nearest planet to the sun? Mercury is the nearest planet to the sun. Then one more question is there. Which planet is considered as Earth's twin? Okay, you have seen this thing now. What are twins? Twins, basically we can see they are similar in feature. They have some commonality, some similarity between them. And Venus is Earth's twin. What does that mean? Venus is similar to Earth only. That is why Venus planet is called as Earth twin. Why? I already told you. Because the size and shape of the Venus is very much similar to that of Earth. Now moving ahead, students. I already told you earlier, 9 planets used to be there and the last planet was Pluto. But recently after the discovery, we came to know that Pluto exists no more in the solar system and only 8 planets are there now in the solar system. Thereafter, we will study about the planet Earth. Now what is Earth? The Earth is the third nearest planet to the Earth. And the Earth is the only planet where life exists. Now you will ask why? What is the reason why life exists only on Earth and not on any other planet? This is because all those conditions which are required for the survival of human beings, like oxygen, like availability of water, those are present only on the planet Earth and not on any other planet. And one more thing is there that is related to the Earth. Earth is geoid in shape, spherical in shape, and one more thing that is related to the Earth is the Earth is also called as blue planet. Now the question is why Earth is called as a blue planet? When we used to see Earth from the space, now Earth used to be observed as blue in color. Why it used to be observed as blue in color? Because out of the total surface of the Earth's surface, 2/3 surface of the Earth is covered with water only. We are not saying with fresh water, with saline water, or with what kind of water. We are just saying that out of the total available water on the Earth, 2/3 surface of the Earth is covered with water. And as 2/3 surface is covered with water, when we used to see Earth from space, it appears blue to us, and that is why it is called as blue planet. The next is Moon. Now what is Moon? Remember student, in the starting I told you, I give you the definition of satellites. That satellites are certain bodies that used to revolve around the sun and give us various information regarding weather forecasting, channel broadcasting, etc. Basically, we have 2 types of satellites with us. One is natural satellite and other one is artificial satellite. Natural satellite, which are created by the nature, artificial satellite, which are provided or which are made by the human beings themselves. So if we talk about the Moon, then Moon is a natural satellite of Earth. Moon, what is Moon? Moon is the natural satellite of the Earth. And Moon appears so big to us. At night when we used to see Moon as compared to stars, Moon appears big to us now. Now the question is why moons appear big to us? So in return we can say that the Moon appears big to us because it is nearest to our planet than other celestial bodies. As compared to other celestial bodies, planet Earth. That is why it is appearing big to us. Thereafter, students, the moon moves around the earth in about 27 days and it takes exactly means complete exactly the same time to complete one spin. What do you mean by one spin? One spin means to complete one round. As a result, only one side of the moon is visible to us on the earth. We cannot see both the sides of the moon on the earth's surface or from the earth's surface. We can only see the one side of the earth's surface. Now the question is, why only one side is visible to us? This is because the moon moves around the sun in about 25 days and exactly takes the same time to complete one spin. Thereafter, students, I give you the example of natural satellite, that is the moon. Now we will talk about artificial satellite, the satellite which is prepared, which is created by human being. And the example of that you can see here, human-made satellite and human-made satellite which are created by human beings. Example of that is EduSat, IRS. These all are examples of man-made satellites, so human-made satellites. Now moving ahead, students, our next topic is asteroids. Remember in the starting I said there are certain celestial bodies, certain type of bodies in which I give you the example of stars and I said asteroids are there, meteoroids are there. Now we will study that what are meteoroids. So see what is written here. Apart from the stars means other than stars. If we remove stars, then other than stars, planets and satellites, there are numerous tiny bodies. What does that mean? Planets are also tiny celestial bodies, small in size. Stars are also tiny celestial bodies and satellites are also celestial bodies. So if we remove all these three celestial bodies and other than these three celestial bodies, if we talk about other celestial bodies, then they also used to move around the sun. Other than these celestial bodies, in that diagram I show you the example of asteroid circle. Other than these three celestial bodies, that are stars, planets and satellites, some other celestial bodies are also there which revolve around the sun. And these celestial bodies are called as asteroids. Now the question is where they are found, where we can see asteroids. We can see asteroids between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. Now we will study about meteoroids. I already told you asteroids and meteoroids both are celestial bodies other than stars, planets and satellites. So but we can say when small pieces of rock used to revolve around the sun. So when small pieces of rock used to move around the sun, then those small pieces of rocks are called as meteoroids. Sometimes what happened, these meteoroids used to drop down on the earth's surface, and when they used to drop down on the earth's surface, that is they start falling on the earth's surface, because of this falling, because of this process, their friction with the air take place and they get heated up. These meteoroids get heated up and start burning, and after they go to burn completely, they start falling on the earth's surface. And when they start falling on the earth's surface, they create a hole. Now you can see here, students, our solar system. Now we will discuss about the example of meteoroids. I already told you that how they used to fall. They are pieces of rocks only, how they used to fall from the space on the earth's surface and create hole on the earth's surface. Now we will discuss about one other term, and that is universe. Now what is universe? We can say, or what we have 2-3 concepts involved here. What is galaxy? What is universe? So let's begin, students. We can say a cluster of millions of stars. Cluster means group. What do you mean by cluster? Group. A group of millions of stars. That is, when millions of stars come together, you can see here, when group of millions of stars come together, then they together form a particular band, and that is called as galaxy. What is galaxy? When millions of stars come together, then they frame galaxy. So we can say that a galaxy is a huge system of billions of stars and clouds of dust and gases. Not only stars are involved in the formation of galaxy, but also the dust particles are also responsible for the formation of galaxy. So what is galaxy? We can say a galaxy is a huge system of billions of stars and the clouds of dust and gases. There are millions of such galaxies that makes the universe. Now we will discuss first of all the example of galaxy. The example of galaxy is Milky Way. The Milky Way is one of the important example of galaxy where billions of stars along with the dust particles are coming together to form galaxy. Okay, once the galaxies form, many galaxies together frame the universe. Million or billion of stars along with the dust particle frames the galaxy and million of galaxies together frame the universe. That is what's said here. There are million of such galaxies, or we can say the million of many galaxies or million of galaxies together frame the universe, and universe is very big. We see the Earth is also a part of the universe. Variety of species, plants, that your flora, fauna, so many species lies in the whole universe, and some things are even unknown to us till now. So students, I hope you got the concept of the chapter very well. I told you that what is galaxy, what is universe, what are celestial bodies, what are stars, why Earth is called blue planet. So all these are important topics. I hope you understood the topic well. Now we will discuss about the question answers of the topic, students. So let's start with the discussion of question answer. Our first question is, how do a planet differ from star? Students, you are going to write this answer in the form of points in your own way. I have already discussed all the points with you that planets do not have their own light, whereas stars have their own light. Planets revolve around the star while they does not revolve around any other celestial bodies. That is, planets does not twinkle, they do not shine in the night, whereas stars twinkle or they used to shine at the night. The next question is, what is solar system? Yes, very important question. Sun, the sun, all the 8 planets, satellites and other celestial bodies like asteroids, meteoroids and other celestial bodies together frame the solar system. The next question is, name all the planets according to the distance from the sun. I already told you that Mercury is the nearest planet to the sun. Then is your Venus, then is your Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. Moving ahead, students. Why Earth is called a unique planet? You can write the answer in your own word. The Earth is called as unique planet because the Earth is the only planet where life exists and we get all the important things for survival like oxygen, water, etc. And the climate present here is suitable for us. Neither the Earth's surface is too hot, neither it is too cold. Then our next question is, why do we see only one side of the moon always? I already explained this thing to you in detail in the chapter, but in universe this also I explained to you that billions of galaxies come together, they frame the universe. Then take the mark. The planet known as the Earth twins, I told you Venus. Why? Because it is exactly same in size and feature as compared to Earth. That is nearest planet to the sun, of course, Earth. Nearest planet to the sun is Mercury. The question here is, which is the third nearest planet to the sun? And that is your Earth. Earth is the third nearest planet. The next is, all the planets move around the sun in a elongated path. All the planets used to move around the sun in a elongated path. Poles are indicated towards which direction? Towards north direction. Asteroids are found between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter. The next is a group of stars forming various patterns called a group of stars, and what they form? Constellation. A huge system of stars is called galaxy. That is closest celestial body to Earth, Moon. The next is the nearest planet to the sun, the earth, then planets do not have their own heat and light. That's it about our chapter, students. I hope you just got the chapter concept very well. So thank you so much. Thank you.